Hello. Welcome to day 6 of Vlogmas. I'm Adele Ashley and I am so excited to see you here. Welcome back, or if you're new here, on this channel we talk about all things books, beauty, and just life in general. And today I thought I would dive a little bit into getting back into a fitness routine because fitness is actually a really large part of my life. I haven't really shown it, but I do work in the health and fitness industry, and I have always been very active and very fit. So growing up, I was a competitive swimmer, and I was doing like 12 to 13 practices a week. So definitely spent a lot of time in the pool, lots of time around chlorine, and I still love it. And I also spent did like just about every sport underneath the sun growing up as well. I horseback rode for a while. I did swimming lessons, of course. I did gymnastics. I figure skated. Like, I was that kid who, to a certain degree, was over-programmed, but was also very active and involved in like all the sports. So fitness does play a very integral role in my life. I should mention I also did like art sports too. Like, I danced for so long, like 15 years. But essentially, if it's active and moving your body, I do it, essentially. However, over the past few months, I have fallen out of my fitness routine. And really, it's just because it needed to happen. There were a whole bunch of other things happening just kind of outside in my life, and I'm one of those people who, I know for some people fitness helps them like de-stress and calm down, and they need it to be able to function. And for me, I am kind of the opposite. If I am going through a really rough time, fitness is actually one of the first things that goes out the window for me, especially since it starts to feel like a chore. And when fitness feels like a chore or something that I like absolutely need to do, it's just not beneficial for me anymore. So currently I work out for fun as opposed to working out for a specific goal, and forcing myself to work out brings me right back to my competitive swimming days where I had to get in the water and swim. Even if I didn't really want to be up at 6 a.m., I had to go to the pool. I had a practice, I had a coach. I definitely had to be there. So taking that out when I'm stressed and not forcing it is actually one of the healthiest things for me to do. But that being said, when I'm ready to get back into a fitness routine, just like with everyone else, it can be hard. It's so difficult for me to just get back into it because you hit this kind of complacency, or you fill your life with other things during that period of time. But my first tip for getting back into a fitness routine is really simple. It's just start. And I know saying that can seem kind of hard. Like, I can acknowledge the fact that saying just start is actually the part that is the hardest. But the good thing is, starting is the hardest part. Everything else after that ends up being super easy. Like, for me, I find that I need to just push myself to go to the class or the studio or the gym, whatever that may be that fitness is for me. I just need to make sure that I just do it. And like, I would love to sleep in a little bit more, but the other classes on the schedule don't necessarily work for my day and my timing. So getting up early to go to that class on a Sunday when I want to sleep in sometimes is rough, and I just need to commit to getting myself up and out the door to the class. And it's rough, but once I'm there and in the middle of the class, I'm always so happy to be there. It's perfectly fine. I have this like nice little routine built around my weekend spin classes where I go to the class, I will go grab coffee. There's like 2 coffee shops nearby to the studio, and sometimes I go and get groceries afterwards, or just walk back home with my cup of coffee and sometimes take a nap in the middle of the day. So really, at the end of the day, it's all about just doing it and just starting. And I think a big part of that as well, it actually brings me to my second point, is that you need to do something that you love. So for me, I don't enjoy running, so you're not going to find me at any sort of class that involves running. I can't stand it. I think it's so uncomfortable to run in general, so I'm not going to say that, you know, I'm going to start my day off by, or I'm going to get into back into my fitness routine and I'm going to start running. I know that's not a realistic goal for myself. I know that it's something that I will find a way out of every opportunity that I get, so I don't do it. And I love spin classes. I love Pilates classes. I was a Pilates girly for years before it kind of blew up everywhere. I used to do private sessions all the time at this studio in Toronto, and you know, my instructor was insane but so good. Like, he'd tell me to do stuff and I'd be like, I don't want to do that. But honestly, you have to love what you're doing in order to continue doing it. So for me, that's Pilates, swimming, spin classes, yoga, weight classes. I have an irrational fear of barbells, which is so stupid. So I always do weights with a personal trainer. But so like lifting, I love a good leg day. But essentially, you just need to do whatever makes you happy and whatever you love. And you're not going to love it every day. Honestly, I have done some Pilates sessions where I have been in such a bad mood afterwards and wanted to curse out the instructor because it was so hard. But if you love it, you will continue doing it, and it's really easy to add that into your routine. And then my third point is motivate yourself. So I am someone who loves workout wear. I have a closet full of, you know, stretchy yoga pants and workout pants, and sometimes for me, what's going to motivate me to go to a class is knowing that I have a cute new set that I am going to wear. So for example, I recently bought a pair of Wonder Train leggings and a sports bra from Lululemon in matching colors because I thought it was so cute. And when I tell you that I was jumped out of bed essentially to put my matching outfit on to go to my class, it was all the incentive that I needed. So you can do that two ways. You can buy stuff ahead of time potentially to incentivize yourself to go to the class. So for example, you know, you buy that workout set once a month and you know that you can wear that to a class, or you can incentivize yourself and use it as like a reward. So, you know, if I go to 10 classes or once a week for 10 weeks, then I am going to get something new. It can be really simple. It doesn't matter what it is, but I find that for me, I need to bribe myself sometimes into it. My coffee habit truly came because it was cold one day and I told myself that I could, if I went to class, I would go stop at the coffee shop after, which funnily enough is farther away from home. Like, I have to walk in the opposite direction from home in order to get to this coffee shop. But I told myself that I would go to class, go to the coffee shop and get a specialty latte, like fully splurge on that $8 or $9 latte and enjoy it on my walk home instead of just coming home and making, you know, some really plain-ish coffee at home that I always have. And it worked. It was what I needed to do to motivate myself out the door. I told myself that I was going to stop and have coffee afterwards, and it was like a bribe. It's like, you know, when you give a kid a bribe to, you know, if you be quiet, I'll give you a candy cane. That's exactly what it is for me sometimes, and it works. So I would say just find the thing that will motivate you to go. It doesn't have to be clothing. It doesn't need to be a coffee. It could be like an extra 30 minutes of, you know, I'm just going to watch that show when I get back home. Build it into your routine. Make it something that you love. And, you know, you'll get right back into that routine. So that's all my tips for getting back into a fitness routine. Please let me know in the comments what your favorite way to sweat is and how you motivate yourself out of a fitness rut, or kind of if you're not, how you get back into your fitness routine. Till next time, have a great day.